Imagine giant drawings carved into the earth, so massive that they can only be truly seen from the sky. For centuries, they lay hidden in plain sight in the arid, windless deserts of southern Peru. These are the Nazca Lines, and they represent one of humanity's greatest and most beautiful unsolved mysteries. Stretching over 80 kilometers of desolate plains, these enormous geoglyphs are a breathtaking sight. They depict everything from simple geometric shapes, spirals, and trapezoids to complex and stylized figures of animals. A hummingbird frozen in flight, a spider with perfect proportions, a majestic condor, and even a figure that many modern observers call the astronaut. Some of these individual designs are larger than a football field, etched into the very fabric of the planet. These masterpieces were created by the Nazca civilization, a culture that thrived in this harsh environment for 1,000 years, from around 500 BC to 500 AD. The method of their creation was surprisingly simple, yet ingenious. The Nazca people removed the reddish-brown, iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the desert floor, revealing the lighter, yellowish-gray earth beneath. This stark contrast, preserved almost perfectly for 2 millennia by one of the driest, most stable climates on Earth, created the lines we see today. But the simplicity of the technique belies the complexity of the vision. The precision required to create such massive, coherent images from the ground is staggering. But while we know who made them and how, the great question remains: why? Why would a civilization dedicate such immense effort to creating art that they themselves could never fully appreciate from their vantage point on the ground? Over the decades, researchers have proposed several compelling theories. One of the most prominent scientific theories suggests the lines were part of a massive astronomical calendar. The late German mathematician Maria Reiche, who dedicated her life to studying the lines, found that many of them align with the position of the sun, moon, and key stars during important celestial events like the solstices. Perhaps they were a colossal textbook of the stars, a way for the Nazca to track the seasons and predict the best times for planting and harvesting in a land where every drop of water counted. Another powerful theory proposes that the lines were ceremonial pathways. The Nazca people, a deeply religious society, may have walked along these sacred paths during rituals, perhaps to honor their mountain or sky gods. Many of the lines connect to ceremonial sites, and the animal figures could represent deities or spirits from their cosmology. A more practical theory connects the lines to the most vital resource in the desert: water. Some researchers believe the geoglyphs were giant maps pointing to the location of precious underground aquifers and water sources. The figures of birds, like pelicans and condors, are often associated with water and mountains, reinforcing this idea. Of course, no discussion of the Nazca Lines is complete without the ancient astronaut theory, famously popularized by Erich von Däniken in his book Chariots of the Gods. This theory speculates that the lines were created as signals, or perhaps even landing strips, for extraterrestrial visitors. While overwhelmingly dismissed by the scientific community, the sheer scale and mystery of the lines continue to fuel this fascinating idea in popular culture. For centuries, these lines remained largely unknown to the outside world until they were rediscovered in the 1920s by pilots flying over the desert. Today, they are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a fragile treasure from our ancient past. The true purpose of the Nazca Lines was likely lost with the civilization that created them. They remain a silent, breathtaking testament to the ingenuity of our ancestors, a giant canvas of questions carved into the earth itself. What do you believe is the true purpose of the Nazca Lines? A guide to the stars, a message to the gods, or something else entirely? Let us know your theory in the comments below.